I thought I knew what heartbreak felt like until my husband of 15 years looked me dead in the eyes and told me he had never loved me at all. I'm sitting here at 3 a.m., my hands still shaking as I type this out. 24 hours ago, I was a happily married woman with 2 beautiful kids, living what I thought was a pretty decent life in suburban Ohio. Today I don't even know who I am anymore. It started like any other Tuesday evening. The kids were doing homework at the kitchen table while I prepped dinner. My husband came home from work looking more exhausted than usual, but that wasn't uncommon. He'd been working longer hours lately, and I just figured he was stressed about the upcoming quarterly reviews at his company. We ate dinner mostly in silence, which again wasn't that unusual. After 15 years of marriage, comfortable silence becomes pretty normal. The kids chattered about their day at school, and I found myself watching my husband's face as he mechanically ate his food. Something felt off, but I couldn't put my finger on what. After the kids went to bed, I was loading the dishwasher when he cleared his throat behind me. I turned around expecting him to maybe help or ask about weekend plans. Instead, he was standing there with this expression I'd never seen before. It was like he was looking at a stranger. He told me we needed to talk. Those 4 words that every married person dreads hearing. I immediately started running through possibilities in my head: job loss, health issues, maybe he wanted to move again. I sat down at our kitchen table, the same one where we'd shared thousands of meals, helped kids with homework, made holiday plans. What came out of his mouth next completely shattered my world. He said he had been living a lie for our entire marriage, that he had never actually loved me, that he had only married me because I was pregnant with our first child, and it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. I sat there stunned, waiting for him to say he was joking or having some kind of breakdown. But he kept talking. He told me that he had tried to make it work, tried to develop real feelings for me over the years, but it just never happened. He said he cared about me as the mother of his children, but that he had never been in love with me. The worst part was how calm he was about it, like he was discussing the weather or what to have for lunch. Meanwhile, I felt like the floor had disappeared beneath me. 15 years of marriage, 2 kids, a mortgage, shared dreams and plans. All of it built on what he was calling a lie. I asked him why he was telling me this now. Why not 5 years ago or 10 years ago? His answer made everything so much worse. He said he had met someone at work. Someone he actually had feelings for. Someone who made him realize what he had been missing all these years with me. I won't lie, I completely lost it at that point. Not screaming or throwing things, but I started crying so hard I could barely breathe. All those years of thinking we had a solid marriage, all those moments I thought we were happy together, all those times I felt grateful for the life we had built, it was all fake on his end. He tried to comfort me, which was almost insulting. How do you comfort someone after telling them their entire adult life has been based on a lie? I pushed his hands away and told him I needed space to think. He said he understood and that he would sleep in the guest room. I didn't sleep at all that night. I kept replaying our entire relationship in my head, looking for signs I had missed. How had I been so blind? Were there red flags I ignored? Was I really that naive? We met in college when I was 21. I got pregnant accidentally after we had been dating for about 8 months. When I told him, he immediately said we should get married. I was scared and overwhelmed, but I was also relieved that he wanted to do the right thing. My parents were traditional and would have been devastated if I had a baby out of wedlock. Our wedding was small but nice. I remember feeling like the luckiest girl in the world. He seemed happy, attentive, everything I thought a new husband should be. During my pregnancy, he was supportive and excited about becoming a father. When our daughter was born, I watched him hold her for the first time and I was sure I saw love in his eyes, for her and for me as her mother. The early years of marriage were challenging like they are for everyone. We were young, broke, trying to figure out how to be parents while still figuring out how to be adults. But we got through it together. We bought our first house when our daughter was 3. We had our son 2 years later. We went on family vacations, celebrated birthdays and anniversaries, supported each other through job changes and family deaths. How could all of that have been fake? How could someone live that kind of lie for so long? Update 1. It's been a week since my world imploded, and I honestly don't know how I'm still functioning. I've been going through the motions, getting the kids ready for school, making meals, doing laundry, but inside I feel completely hollow. My husband has been staying in the guest room, And we've been avoiding each other as much as possible while still trying to maintain some normalcy for the kids. They can sense something is wrong, but they don't know what. Our daughter keeps asking if Daddy is sick because he looks sad all the time. I don't know what to tell her. I've been doing a lot of thinking this week, and some things are starting to make more sense in the worst possible way. Like how he never really seemed jealous if other men paid attention to me. How he never initiated romantic gestures, flowers, surprise dates, anything like that. How our physical relationship always felt like it was more about routine than passion. I used to think we just had a mature, stable kind of love. The kind that grows deeper over time rather than burning hot and fast. I told myself that passion fades but partnership lasts. I was proud of how solid and dependable our marriage seemed compared to some of our friends who were always breaking up and getting back together. But now I'm wondering if what I interpreted as stability was actually just him going through the motions. All those years when I felt secure in our marriage, was I the only one who was actually invested? The hardest part is trying to figure out what was real. Did he ever enjoy our time together? Or was he just enduring it? When we laughed together watching movies, was he genuinely amused or just playing a part? When he held me during difficult times, was there any real affection there? I keep thinking about our 10th anniversary. We couldn't afford to go anywhere fancy, so we got a babysitter and went to this little Italian restaurant where we had our first date. We talked about how far we had come, how proud we were of our family, how we looked forward to growing old together. I remember holding his hand across the table and feeling so grateful for him. For us, for the life we had built. Was he sitting there thinking about how trapped he felt?